Assalamu alaikum student. How are you? I hope so all of you will very well. Now today I am the physics teacher from Prince Ali Boys Secondary School. Now today I'm just going to start the physics. As you know very well, you have learned in the previous classes, but the term physics is very new for you. So don't be worried. Before going to start the chapter, first you have to be very concentrate in the lecture. Also, you will take the screenshot so that you can do your work very properly. Now here, first of all, I'm just starting the chapter number one, and the name of the chapter number one is Introduction. Today, we will try to do or understand the subtopic of physics and its branches. Also, we will learn about only one contribution of the Muslim scientist. Now, first of all, my question is that what do you think about the physics? In the previous class, we have learned about the light, about the heat, about the matter, but you don't know from where these topics are belongs to. So, in the previous class, from class third to the eighth, you know very well, all of these are belongs to which are related with the matter as well as energies. All of that belongs to the physics. But what is physics and how we can define the term physics? The main thing is that the term physics, what is physics? So in the previous or in the early ages, the Greek understand about the physics, that is the physicos, and physicos means natural. So we can say that the word physics come from a Greek word physicos, and it means that natural. Mean all of the natural phenomena is said to be the physics. Let's suppose if we are talking about the movement of the body, we are talking about the uh, movement of the earth, we are talking about the moving of the satellite, we are talking about the sound, we are talking about the light. All of that are said to be the natural thing. So, according to the latest condition, we can say that it is defined as a science which deals with the interaction of matter and energy. I'm repeating, the word physics means it is a branch of science which deals with the interaction of matter and energy. Mean, matter you know very well about all those things which having weight and space occupy, then it is said to be the matter. And the energy related, we can say, ability to do work. So when we are going to relate these two things, matter and energy, so it will become the physics. In our current way, we can say that interaction of matter and energy is said to be the physics. Let's suppose in our daily life, we are observing the motion of the fan. So, how the fan is going on or how the fan is in running. Mean for the running of the fan or for the running of the fan, we need energy. Which energy is come into the motion? That energy is said to be the electrical energy. Let's suppose we are driving the motorcycle or starting the motorcycle. How the motorcycle is running on? The motorcycle is running on by the engine. And how the engine is in work? The engine is worked by the thermodynamic energy. Mean Without energy, engine cannot be worked. Without energy, fan cannot be worked. As well as, let's suppose we are driving a cycle. For the movement of the cycle, we need human energy. Means cycle is a matter, and energy is said to be the human energy. So, physics we can define as the interaction of the matter and energy. Again, I am repeating the definition, student. It is defined as a science which deals with the interaction of matter and energy. So, it is said to be the physics. Now, the next, in the latest period, we can say that there are round about 30 plus branches of the physics. But in class ninth or 10th, we will just study about the roundabout 9 branch of the physics. Mean, first of all, the first branch of the physics we can say that is the mechanics. In our daily life, we are using it. Second one is the electricity, then electromagnetism, then solid state physics, then plasma physics, then nuclear physics, then astrophysics, then biophysics, and then atomic physics. In our daily life, all of these branch of the physics we are using. But how we can identify? Main thing is that how we can be identified. Main thing is that. But whenever we will not learn it, when we will not study about it, then we are unable to identify, mean this belongs to this branch of the physics. Now, first we are going to discuss about the first branch of the physics, that is the mechanics. Mechanics, we can say, it deals with the motion of objects with or without reference of force. Again, repeating here, mechanics, we can say, it deals with the motion of objects with or without reference of force. So, what do you think about the with or without reference force? There are the two different things. Mean, if we are talking about the ball is moving, so how the ball is moving? The ball is rolling. We can say that Earth revolves around the sun. So it is a motion, but we are not talking about how the Earth is revolving around the sun. Mean by which force Earth is revolving. Mean we can say motion of the body without reference force. If we are observing the motion of the fan, so we can say fan rotate. The motion of the fan is rotation. But we are not talking about that by which force the fan is rotating. Main factor is that. So if we are just only talking about the motion, like it is in a straight line, like it is the rotatory, like it is the vibrating, like about their speed, like about their velocity, like about their acceleration. So all of that will belong to the motion of the body without reference force. But the second one is that if we are talking by which force the fan is moving, this is the main factor. This means that we are talking about the causes of the force, causes of the motion. Mean fan is moving by the electrical force or electrical energy. car is moving by the thermodynamic energy, so it means that it is another source of the uh, energy. But the thing is that how the thermodynamic energy is producing, so that is producing by the combustion. So these are the different ways. Let's suppose why the light bulb is glowing, by which force bulb is glowing. The bulb is glowing by the electricity, so these are said to be the with the reference force. That's why we can say mechanics having the two branch of the mechanics having the two branches. The first we can say that is the kinematics, and the second one is said to be the dynamics. These two topics having in your chapter, I think so. Kinematics belongs to the chapter number 3, and the dynamics belongs to the chapter number 4 of force and motion. I'm just define it. Kinematics, we can say that okay, the motion of the object without reference force is said to be the kinematics. Kinematics is a branch of mechanics in which we study about the motion of the body without reference force. But in the dynamics, we can say the motion of the body with the reference force is said to be the dynamics. I think so. You will understand how we can define the mechanics and what are the sub branches of the mechanics. Now, the second topic is electricity. In our daily life, electricity is the very essential part of our life. Electricity is a very essential of our life. Means without electricity, we are unable to work out. Now, but how we can define the electricity? Electricity we can define as it is concerned with the phenomena and effect related to electric charges. Mean it is concerned with the phenomena and effect related to electric charges. But if you learn about the electricity, you know very well there are the two charges of the electricity. The first one is the positive charge, and the second we can say it is the negative charge. So, but how it is just producing, how these charges are making, as well as what will be its effect. So these two things is based on the electricity. Inshallah, in class 9 you are here. In chemistry you will just going to perform an experiment how the charges are producing, how we can produce the positive charge, how we can produce the negative charge. So electricity, again repeating the definition, electricity is concerned with the phenomena and effect related to electric charge, as well as we can say just like mechanics, we also having the two branches of the electricity. The first we can say that is the electrostatic, and the second one we can say conventional current. What does electrostatic means? Electrostatic means we can say static means the charges in its rest position. I mean the charges cannot be flow from one point to another point, but it can be induced. Charge can be induced, but it cannot be transferred or it cannot be flow. So we can say if the charges are unable to flow, then it is said to be the electrostatic. And the second one we can say that is the electric current or conventional current. So in this regard, we can say if the flowing of the charge is said to be the flowing of the charge is said to be the conventional current or electric current. Okay, now here electricity charge cannot be flow, and conventional current we can say charge can be flow. So these are the two sub branches of the electricity. Now third branch of the physics we can say that is said to be the solid state physics. Also this solid state physics is also the main part of our life. Let's suppose in our daily life, still now I am and you are using mobile, computer, laptop, tablet, audio player, video player, communications, and all of the electronic devices are belong to the solid state. But how we can define it? Solid state physics can be defined as it is concerned with the structure and properties of crystalline solid material. In chemistry, you will also learn in the periodic table, we are having the different types of the element. It is very commonly we understand about the metal and non-metal, but we also having the two other types of the element. The second one, third one is the metallites, and the third one is the crystalline solid material. So what are the crystalline solid material? Crystalline solid material we can say just like silicon, just like uh, indium, just like germanium. So these are the some example of the crystalline solid material. Mean we can say they are the bad conductor of the electricity, but it can be bound in the trivalent or pentavalent elements. So it will give us uh, another thing that is said to be the semiconductor. That is said to be the semiconductor. So if we are just going to open the charger, so we will observe that there are different components are using on it, just like resistance, just like diode, just like capacitor, and just like minor, just like IC. So all of these are just making by the crystalline solid material that is said to be the semiconductor. And all of that are make up by the semiconductor. So we can say that solid state physics nowadays are the also essential part of our life, because at this moment if you don't having the mobile or don't having the computer, then you are unable to uh, connect by the Zoom or unable to take the online class of the physics or any other subject. Now next we having the fourth type of the branch of the physics is said to be the atomic physics. Atomic physics, we can say, it is concerned with the structure and properties of atom. Mean atomic physics, we can say, it is concerned with the structure and properties of atom. Mean atomic, you know very well, that is the very tiny particle of matter. Atom is the tiny particle of material. Mean so if we are talking or discussing or studying about the structure and its properties, so it is said to be the atomic physics. If we observe that about the periodic table, so it is just arranged according to their atomic number, and atomic number is showing the size of the element. Means it is arranged from ascending to the descending. As it is arranged in the ascending order. The first is the hydrogen. Hydrogen having the one electron, so their size is lesser. Then the helium having the two electrons, so their size is greater than the hydrogen. So that's why in the atomic physics we study about the structure and properties of the atoms. Now, the next branch of the physics is said to be the nuclear physics. Nuclear physics we can define as, this term is new for you, but you know very well about the atomic bomb, you know about the hydrogen bomb, but from where these bombs are related. So these bombs or missiles are just related with the nuclear physics. So how we can define the term nuclear physics? Nuclear physics can be defined as, it is concerned with the structure, properties and reaction of the nuclei of an atom. I mean, in the nuclear physics, we can discuss or study about the structure, properties, and reaction of the nuclei of an atom. Now, structure you know very well about the size, properties you know well, what will be the properties there, but the reaction is a main factor. Here, the reaction of the main factor is that, okay, which reaction will be involved in it, either combustion reaction, either addition reaction, either any other one. But here we are talking about the new reaction. That reaction is said to be the fission reaction and fusion reaction. In the nuclear physics, we are talking about the reaction of the fission and fusion reaction, because in the nuclear physics we are consider about the nuclei. So nuclei is the main part of the atom, which consists of the two particles, that is the proton and the neutron. So when a nucleus is split by the bombardment of the uh, neutral neutron, so it is just going to be split their fragments, and it will release a higher amount of the energy. If this election if these reactions are controllable, then we can say it is a fusion reaction. And if these reactions are uncontrollable reaction, by which it is a forming when we are combining the two lighter nuclei by heavier amount of the heat energy and forming a heavier nucleus, so that is said to be the fusion reaction. And we can say that, okay, they are uncontrollable reaction. They are said to be the uncontrollable reaction, and that is said to be the fusion reaction. Now, the next branch of the physics is said to be the plasma physics. Plasma, you have learned in the chemistry or science that plasma is the fourth state of the matter. Mean in the previous class we have only learned about it. There are three states of the matter, that is the solid, liquid and gas. But at the modern science we also learn about the there are four states of the matter. The first solid, second liquid, third gas, and fourth one is the plasma. But how this plasma is defined as? So plasma physics can be defined as, it is concerned with the properties of a highly ionized atoms forming a mixture of their nuclei. So here one thing is most important. The first one is a highly ionized. If we talk about the atom is a neutral, because here equal number of electron in the equal number of proton. Mean proton having the positive charge and electron having the negative charge. When these two numbers are equal, then they will cancel each other and it will be neutralize the atom. But here we are talking about the bare nuclei. So bare nuclei means an atom which don't having the electron, only nuclei. So in the nuclei we having the proton having the positive charge and neutron having the no charge. So if we discuss about only the nucleus, so it only having the positive charge. So it means that if a material having only one charge, so that means that will be highly ionized. So that's why we are saying it is concerned with the properties of highly ionized atom forming a mixture of bare nuclei. Or bare nuclei, I was told you that nuclei without electron. Nuclei without electron is said to be the bare nuclei. Now, next branch of the physics we can say that is the biophysics. It is concerned with the application, physical method, and explanation to a biophysical system and structure. So in the biophysics, multiple thing is involving on it. Mean if we are talking uh, about the origins, how they are going on, how they are working, okay, and how the object is uh, working on the basis of. So first of all, let's suppose we are talking about the solar system. The solar system having the nine planets that are revolving around the sun. So, by which force they are moving and they are on their path or track, why they are not going to be colliding with each other. So, that come in the biophysics. Also, we can say that if the different things we are using in the uh, our life, just like if you go in the hospital, observe that we are using the ECG, we are using the X-rays, we are using the different appliances for the operation, yeah, OT. So as well as, but another thing is that physical method and explanation. Acha. Now, physical method we can say by which force or by which we can say system our hand is moving on, as well as how we are observing the object, how the sightedness is going to be produced. So, all of these are using in the physical methods and explanation to biophysical system and structure. Now the next one is said to be the astrophysics, and the astrophysics we can say it is concerned with the study of physics of astronomical bodies. Astronomical body we can say about the galaxies, uh, about the star, about the satellite, about the planets. So all of that is said to be the talking about the astrophysics. Astronomical bodies, or we can say heavenly bodies, is said to be the astronomical body. So in the astrophysics we discuss about the astronomical bodies. Mean you know very well nowadays the second country which going on the surface of the Jupiter, that is China. So what is the environmental condition of the in the Jupiter, so we can say, or Mars, so we can say that will talk about the astrophysics. In the astrophysics, we are just going to discuss about the astronomical body. Now the last branch, according to our book, last branch of the physics is electromagnetism. If you observe that the term electromagnetism, so electromagnetism is the combination of the two words, that is the electro comes from the electricity and magnetism comes from the magnet. The relation between the electricity and magnet. So it can be defined, it deals with observations, principles, laws, and methods that relate electricity and magnetism is said to be the electromagnetism. By the by this discovery, there will be change in the in our science field. So we are using fan. Fan belongs to the electromagnetism. uh, we are using the grinding machine, that is belongs to the electromagnetism. We are using the speaker, that belongs to the electromagnetism. We are using the mic, that belongs to the electromagnetism. So all of these are also, we are using lift for the elevation, so we can say that also belongs to the electromagnetism. Now, how the physics is very much important for us. Physics is very much important for us. I was told you in our previous lecture. So here I'm just writing the points. The engine of vehicles are manufactured on the principles of thermodynamics. I was told you that when I'm just going to telling you about the first branch of the physics, that is the mechanics. Now the second importance of the physics is all electronics devices and appliances. Solid state physics play a vital role. I was told you when talking about the solid state physics, that is electronics item like computer, like television, like mobile, and so on. Now the next one is the laser technology. Laser technology is also very much important, uh, uh, used in defense system. Why it is used in defense system, you know very well. In the defense system, we using the radar. The radar belongs to the technology. Metallurgy, we can say by the separation of the pure metals. Medical science, I was told you about the ECG machine, about the we can say cytoscopes. Uh, these are, and astronomy, which has its roots in atomic physics. Astronomy also root for the atomic physics, and this is the part of the laser technology. Now, uh, in the previous one, science is a very much important for the Muslim scientists, because they always think about the nature and give some theories about that. So there are very big contribution of the Muslim scientists. So we can say Muslim scientists have their remarkable achievement in the field of science. Some Muslim scientists are as follows. Now here we will study about the some scientists like Abu Ali Hassan ibn al-Haytham. Second one is Yaqub ibn Ishaq al-Kindi. Now the next one is Abu Rihan Muhammad bin uh, Ahmad al-Barun. Now here at this moment we are talking about the uh, Ibn al-Haytham. The name of this scientist is said to be the Ibn al-Haytham. Ibn al-Haytham born at Basra in 975 AD and death on 1039. He is a mathematician, physicist, and optician. They work on the different cases. The first one, he is more known for his optical work. Mean Ibn al-Haytham basically work on the optical basis, which were translated in Latin. Also, their book translated in the Latin. He explained the refraction of light rays. What is the refraction of light ray? Through transparent object. When the light passes through the transparent element. So what it is said that? So he say it is said to be the refraction of light. When the light passes through a transparent object, then it will be bent. Now, he discovered magnifying lenses. Also, they tell us function of retina as the seat of vision. Also, he tell us first scientist who elaborate two laws of reflection. He told us about the laws of reflection of light. He also discovered about the pinhole camera, also contracted by him. Now, the next one, he was the first person who declared that light is a form of energy. He told us identified gravity as a force. Also, he write a book which name is Kitabul Manazir, which in this book he described about the internal and external structure of the eyes. Now here, student, I hope so you will understand uh, all of the topics. Also, I'm just giving you some homework. So this is your first using of the register. So these instruction is the most important for your completion of the work. First, copy a book's cover. Copy an exercise book must be covered with a transparent plastic sheet. You have to fill the outer face sheet, student's name, father's name, class, section, roll number, subject, school name. Student name, this one will write in the black and your name will write in the blue pen. Understand? Means student name, father name, class, these will write in black pen and your name will write in the blue pen, as well as school name will write the blue pen. Also, interface sheet. So in the interface, student name, father name, class, section, roll number, subject, as well as outer face sheet, you can say that is the top, and these will you will use by the uh, permanent marker. On the register you will write in the permanent marker, and in the inner sheet you will write the heading is a black pen and your name will be in blue pen. Now after that you will make the first sheet, that will be the term title first term title first term title will make uh, August to November year 2021 2022. Also, you will draw the margin line, and the margin line should be equal to two sides. Their measurement will be the 1 inches. Okay. Think your home task is define physics and its branches. And second question will be what is the importance of physics in our daily life. All of these are present in your screen shot, and all of that, all of the work you will do in fair copy. Thank you so much for your kindness.